Kevin Souza, a very big height and reach advantage for Kevin Souza, making basically the same weight, but remembering that Alagoas didn't make weight. A very efficient and good boxer is Kevin Souza, and Denis Alagoas bringing some very dangerous international BJJ skills. So it's a fight of styles. Let's see who takes it home tonight.
E vamos agora à coluta principal da noite, luta de MMA, categoria peso-pena, uma luta com 3 rounds de 5 minutos. Eu apresento o primeiro lutador, do corner azul, lutador com 16 vitórias, 5 derrotas, 34 anos, 1,82 m de altura. Pesou 69 quilos, 600 gramas, representando a equipe DS Team da cidade de Florianópolis, Santa Catarina, Kevin Souza! E o seu adversário do corner vermelho, lutador com 14 vitórias, 3 derrotas, 24 anos, 1,70 m de altura, pesou 69 quilos, 700 gramas, representando a equipe capital da luta, da cidade de Colônia Leopoldina, Alagoas, Denis Alagoas! O árbitro responsável pelo combate,
in the red corner. And we have underway our co-main event of the night in the featherweight division. Former UFC Kevin Souza trying to make his way back to the big shows, and Denis Alagoas trying to take that W back home. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what these guys have to bring to us tonight. And we are underway our first round of the co-main event. Kevin Souza starting with his typical boxing. Alagoas trying to surprise. Good overhand right. Kevin Souza, very precise, very dangerous boxer, keeping that low stance. The attempt to takedown with no success by Alagoas. Kevin definitely is prepared for that. He wants to stuff those takedowns and keep that boxing sharp.
Yeah, always moving. It's not like an easy target to strike.
Kevin Souza very conscious, like he says, I want to box, and that's what he's doing in the beginning of this third round. Very unorthodox guard for Kevin Souza, which is very typical of him. That's what we saw him doing in the UFC. Alagoas trying to take those power shots. Nice kick by Alagoas. Kevin Souza still looking for that power punch. Nice jab connected to Alagoas. Another stiff jab. Good overhand right. Kevin Souza trying to find that point. Alagoas wants to close that distance to put those heavy hands in.
You know, Kevin, he's the better boxer, but Alagoas is also a really dangerous guy, so we need to watch out for him.
Good 1-2 by Kevin Souza. Alagoas tried to slip, but one of these punches still landed. Kevin Souza trying to stay busy, putting the pressure. Good jab. Alagoas trying to get that head kick, but it wasn't so effective. Kevin Souza still working those body head shots, trying to feint, take away Alagoas' attention. Good, another jab. Alagoas has to start doing those head movements with more efficiency, or he's going to get punched in the face the entire fight. Good foot movement by Kevin Souza. Very long arms, as we can see. If Alagoas doesn't close that distance, things are going to start to get dangerous for him. Kevin Souza starting to like the fight. Kevin Souza felt that overhand. He has to keep that distance. He can't come too close. That's what Alagoas wants. Good, another stiff jab by Kevin Souza. Alagoas has to start moving his head. He's trying to counter with that overhand left. It's only worked a couple of times. Another stiff jab by Kevin Souza. Halfway into the first round, Kevin Souza doing what he said he was going to do. Alagoas has to get past those long arms in order to be effective. Kevin Souza showing that unorthodox guard, trying to confuse Alagoas, and those stiff jabs keep landing. We can already see some blood in Alagoas' nose. Kevin Souza, Alagoas landed that good overhand left. Kevin Souza trying to maintain the distance. and not get caught in that close distance by Alagoas. Alagoas looking for that power shot while Kevin Souza just keeps taking it with those jabs. Good body shot by Kevin Souza. Trying to close the distance. Looks like Alagoas got a good hand. Kevin Souza felt that. Nice kick by Alagoas. Looks like the table is starting to turn, ladies and gentlemen. Good hook. Looking for that takedown. Good stuff by Kevin Souza. Kevin Souza doesn't want to go to the ground. It looks like, Gabriel, that Alagoas only needs one punch to actually do some damage.
Yeah. You know, like besides Kevin being a superior boxer, Alagoas is a dangerous guy, and once he tagged Kevin, he's able like to change the whole fight.
Kevin Souza still taking the control of the Future MMA Decagon. Alagoas trying to be a little bit more dangerous here. 45 seconds to the end of the first. Good head kick by Alagoas. Kevin Souza looks like his boxing is not working so well anymore. Good body kick by Alagoas. Alagoas starting to feel a little bit more comfortable, finding the distance. Kevin Souza, good leg kick by Alagoas. Kevin Souza has to start moving his head. His distance isn't so good anymore. 19 seconds to the end of the first round. Who wants to pick up the pace? Good hand by Alagoas, good hand by Kevin. Good overhand right, and that heel kick just spun by Kevin Souza's head. And we have the end of the first round. Gabriel Carvalho, very good close fight. In your opinion, who wins this first round battle?
Well, Kevin was aggressive, but I think Alagoas had the best strikes. And so that's why I give it 10-9 to Alagoas. And also, Denis is really comfortable in the fight. You know, we saw this last minute after that head kick. Kevin was mad, and then he started to throwing like some strong punches and everything. But you know, like the guy who's just throwing punches because he's mad. He's not thinking about like that he's opening himself to Alagoas. So Kevin needs to calm down for the second round because man, he seems really frustrated after this first round.
Exactly, I agree. Kevin Souza definitely thought it was going to be a boxing match, but he forgot that you can kick. And Kevin and Alagoas did that beautifully, connected some good leg kicks to the head, and that had Kevin Souza worried about how things were going to play out. Like Gabriel said, in his opinion, a 10-9 round in favor of Alagoas. Kevin Souza definitely has to pick up the pace in the second round and make things happen if he wants to take the W home. Second round underway. Both fighters to the center of the Future MMA Decagon. Starting with that kick. Good inside kick by Alagoas. Alagoas looking a lot more comfortable, not respecting Kevin so much as he was in the beginning of the first round. He understood that those leg kicks could be very efficient, and that's what he's doing in the beginning of the second. Kevin Souza must be a little bit more worried about those head kicks because they can definitely take him to the ground. Typically using that wide base boxing, trying to keep that stiff jab, but if he closes the distance too much, that can be very dangerous, as Alagoas has powerful and heavy hands. Good cross right by Kevin. Alagoas looking to move, looking for those high kicks that were working in the first round and in the second round so far. Kevin Souza a little bit more worried about those kicks as he's trying to keep that right hand up to make sure that he doesn't get hit from that high kick. Good body kick by Alagoas on the button. Kevin looking a little bit worried now as his boxing is not being so efficient like it was in the first. Alagoas walking forward, being very conscious of what he has to do tonight, and that's surprising, Gabriel. I thought Kevin Souza was going to be more dominant.
Yeah, and even because maybe the advantage of the height and weight, because Kevin, he's kind of a natural featherweight, and you know, even though that Alagoas didn't make weight, he's a guy that used to fight at a bantamweight.
Exactly, I agree. Alagoas is putting the right strategy into play as Kevin Souza looks to be a little bit lost, even though he has the reach and height advantage. It's not working if you have a shorter fighter kicking you in the face. You're not letting your reach be your advantage, and that's dangerous for Kevin because those left leg kicks are connecting, and Alagoas is very powerful. He doesn't need much to knock somebody out. Another good kick by Alagoas, and it seems like Alagoas is looking at and seeing that those leg kicks are being effective as counter strikes, and that's what he's been doing in the second round, and Kevin still hasn't found a way to stuff that. Still doing the same thing, looking for those stiff jabs.
Yeah, that's a real problem for Kevin because once you're in trouble in your fight, you need to change things, you know, like to...
Another high kick by Alagoas, and like we said, Gabriel, it's going to connect, and if it connects right and it hits the button, Kevin is going to go to the ground.
Yeah, it will be lights out, and you know that it's a problem where, like, there's this fight, there are things you're trying are not working, and then you don't have another answer for what's not working, and that's the problem with Kevin right now, because you know he can throw in his jabs and everything, but Alagoas is superior.
Alagoas going very well with those counter strikes, using those left cross hooks and right cross hooks, being effective. Kevin Souza seems to apparently be getting frustrated as far as his reach advantage. Alagoas doesn't really seem to be noticing that right now, as he's being a lot more effective in the second round. 1 minute and 20 seconds to the end. Let's see if Kevin Souza can pick up the pace and bring things back to his side as they were in the beginning of the first. Nice stiff jab, another one. Alagoas keeps walking forward with the intentions of closing that distance. It's been working for him so far. Another good jab by Kevin. Good body shot and another counter kick by Alagoas. Good kick by Alagoas. Kevin looks like he's feeling it. His boxing isn't so effective anymore as we head to 45 seconds to the end of round 2.
And something interesting about Alagoas is that he's not like desperate, you know, like he's throwing the kick, Kevin felt, but he's still calm, and that's really impressive, you know. That's when you're a good, experienced fighter and you understand that, you know, sometimes it's not the right moment, so you can like pick up the pace to get a knockout, you know. It wasn't the moment, and he knew it wasn't the moment.
Exactly. And we have 10 seconds to the end of round 2. Alagoas maintaining the close distance and being effective with those counter strikes. Another good left kick. And we have the end of the second round. And reminding you that Future MMA is brought to you by Private Internet Access, London Trust Media, Plus Ultra, and Purse.io. You know what, Gabriel? When I want 15% off, I definitely head to Purse.io. And if Kevin Souza knew that, I think he would probably buy a good pair of legs, because that's what he needs right now.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, because that's 2018 for Alagoas, doing a hell of a job, you know. It's a great performance, the way that he's calm, the way that he knows how to make the combos, and staying calm for the fight, you know. He's not desperate or anything like that. Sometimes there are, it's not like that, he doesn't have the willing to get the finish, but he understands how tough Kevin is. And that's why he's having this type of fight, so it's a great performance so far.
We have the beginning of the third round and final round in our co-main event of tonight between Kevin Souza and Denis Alagoas. Denis Alagoas not respecting Kevin Souza as former UFC fighter and is bringing it down, is bringing the reign by way of leg kicks. Kevin Souza accepting that, not finding his range in the end of the first and second round. And let's see what this third round has to offer us. Can Alagoas bring the win home? Is Kevin gonna find his distance? We're gonna find out now in this third round at Future MMA 6, straight and live from Sao Paulo. Kevin Souza trying to look very busy in the beginning of this first round. His corner probably told him that there was a big chance of him losing the second round, so he has to bring the win home in this round. Alagoas trying to keep the same distance, the same footwork, closing up in and countering with those overhands and high head kicks. Good exchange by both athletes in the center of the cage. Kevin Souza looking for that counter, not being so efficient. Alagoas still moving forward in the intentions of closing that distance. Good jab by Kevin Souza. Alagoas always trying to counter with that high left hook, and it's been working. Kevin Souza apparently making those stiff jabs work again.
Something interesting about this fight is that Alagoas is definitely a better grappler than Kevin, but he didn't try any takedowns or something like that so far.
One thing I know is Alagoas can't stay so close to Kevin and not move, because Kevin is a man on a mission, and he's shooting with those jabs and they're landing. He can't just keep waiting for that counter kick, because bad things can definitely happen. Alagoas has to stay on that mission with those kicks and overhand counters, because it's been working. Kevin Souza still running around the octagon, trying to get that distance starting to work.
And I know he seems so frustrated right now, you know, because he is not the type of fight that he wants, and maybe not the type of fight that he thought that he could have.
Exactly. Alagoas still trying to look busy. Kevin's still trying to work on that stiff jab, something that hasn't been working anymore for him. Another good jab and inside leg kick by Alagoas. Alagoas has to pick up the pace. He's been a little bit slow in this third round. Good high kick again. Another outside kick, not so efficient this time by Alagoas. Trying to work that jab. Kevin Souza with a little blood outside of his nose. Good 1-2. Alagoas, good head movement. Slipping away from that 1-2 beautifully. Another left high head kick. Kevin Souza has to start worrying about that high kick, because that can cause him some problems. We are 2 minutes away from the end of the fight, and Kevin Souza must definitely not be happy with this performance, because Alagoas is finding his distance. Let's see what the judges are going to say at the end of this fight, if it goes a distance. Another jab by Kevin. Good slip by Alagoas. Definitely must have trained a lot of his boxing at his team. Good overhand left. Kevin Souza has been stunned a little bit. Another high head kick. Alagoas is a man on a mission. He wants to take that W home. He's not respecting Kevin anymore. Alagoas very focused, knows what he has to do. Kevin has to pick up the pace. We have 1 minute, 24 seconds left in the third and final round in this co-main event. Good stiff jab. Alagoas looking for that right time to counter. Good right kick. Kevin has to worry about his legs, because if he doesn't have his legs, there's no boxing. Another attempt. Kevin Souza getting out of the way. Alagoas is looking for that leg kick. He wants to finish this fight.
What a great performance for Alagoas right here.
Alagoas going against all the odds and presenting a beautiful fight here tonight. Kevin Souza trying to pick up the pace in the last 40 seconds of this fight. Alagoas trying to keep the pressure. Trying to keep walking forward. Another stiff jab. Another attempt with the kick. Not so efficient. Kevin trying to run the ring, but there's only 19 seconds left. He's got to do something if he wants to take this fight. Another head kick. And here's the attempt. 10 seconds left in this final round of Future MMA 6. Another high leg kick, and we have a fight, ladies and gentlemen. The co-main event is in the books of Future MMA 6. live from São Paulo, Brazil, reminding you that Future FC MMA is brought to you by Private Internet Access. Always use protection. London Trust Media, Purse.io, and Plus Ultra. Thank you guys for believing in us. Thank you for making this happen. I definitely know that you guys are liking the show. We had a very good fight in this co-main event tonight. Coming up next, we're going to have the first ever belt on the line in the welterweight division, as we have Luis Cado facing Wendell Giacomo. We had today in the co-main event the former UFC fighter Kevin Souza trying to put his boxing into play here in São Paulo. Denis Alagoas surprising everybody. Gabriel, who do you give this fight to?
Well, for sure, Alagoas, 30-27, dominant performance. Really, really amazing the way that he fought tonight. And man, he's 2-0 in Future FC's cage, so we gotta believe that sometime he's gonna fight for the belt.
Exactly. Denis Alagoas showing very good strategy, very good technique here tonight. Like I said before, going against all odds, willing to put another former UFC under his belt. Kevin Souza trying to prove himself and make way back to the UFC, as he said himself. We go now to the judges' scorecards.
Resultado oficial da coluta principal da noite. Após 3 rounds de 5 minutos, os juízes pontuaram. Um dos juízes pontuou 30-27, Denis. O outro juiz pontuou 29-28, Kevin. E o terceiro juiz pontuou 29-28, declarando vencedor por decisão dividida, Kevin Souza!
We have a Kevin Souza winner by split decision in the co-main event. The crowd didn't like it. Denis Alagoas didn't like it. Gabriel, what do you think of this decision?
I don't even think I have the right words.
Let's hear what Kevin Souza has to say as he's in the center of the decagon with Tasso Doria.
Kevin Souza, uma luta que você fez o que prometeu, né? Lutar boxe, manter a...
Kevin Souza, you did what you promised to use your boxing. What did you think of this fight?
Infelizmente quebrei a mão no primeiro soco que eu joguei nele.
The thing is, I broke my hand in the first punch I threw. I want to thank George, I want to thank Lucas for the opportunity to fight in this event. I know there's a big visibility, it's a high level event. Future FC is one of the best events in the world. It's taking us to the world, and I thank you for the opportunity. I want to be seen. I fought a really tough guy, one of the toughest guys I fought. And I know his potential. I want him to keep his head up. Kiara, this is for you. Happy birthday. I love you. Everybody from Salvador, a huge hug. A huge hug. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Souza takes the win here at the co-main event of the night. Gabriel, like you were saying, you have no words to describe Kevin Souza's win. What do you have to say?
I mean, I won't say like the whole never leave the hand of the judges.